Orlando's got a lot of guys out right now.
Yeah.
Has there been any sort of conversation? I know they're supposed to play a game tonight. Has there been sort of conversation with the league about what would happen if they don't have enough players again, if a postponement is possible?
We've had some discussions about it, but it's one of those situations that you won't know until you know. They do have a lot of guys out. They have a game tonight, and so we'll see what happens after tonight's game. But the plan is for us to go to Orlando and play the game.
Is there any sort of heightened concern and I think they have 6 guys in protocols right now. I know they have a lot of guys injured as well, but in this last, I think, 5 games, I think there's 9 teams left who hasn't had anybody in protocols. You're one of them, and you've played 4 of them in the last 5 outside of Milwaukee. Is there a concern when you play a team that has had a lot of guys get put in protocols at this point right now?
Yeah, it's definitely a concern. But as I mentioned last night, it's the world that we live in at the moment, and we have to keep doing what we can to be safe. I think the league is trying to do that. I think we're doing a great job of it, but unfortunately, we're going to have some cases, which we're seeing, and there's a concern. But we got to keep doing what we can to be safe and keep progressing throughout the season. So it's tough.
Willie, we talked about this a little last night, but for Nikhil, I think you made it clear, hey, look, don't take your foot off the gas pedal, but at the same time, take on-balance shots. What is just the right balance between those two things of, we need you to score, but also, just continuing to take smart shots like you did last night?
Watching some film, Coach Spoon is doing a great job with Nikhil of showing him on film of quality shots that he takes, the open shots that he takes, and then some tough shots and maybe some opportunities where he can just hit his teammate and keep the game simple. And it's just something we all want to continue to get better at, our team, our coaching staff, of that message. And Nikhil, when he keeps things simple, he'll have nights like he had. And the talk I had with him is give yourself an opportunity to have a great game. And what that means is when you're open, shoot the ball, shoot it with confidence. If you're not, move it. It'll come back to you. And I thought he did that for the most part.
The guys last night talked about how throughout the losing and then now this little stretch of 8 and 13 you've kind of been the same person. You've had a lot of coaches over the course of your NBA career. Where did you kind of pick up or is that just your natural style, just to kind of try and be the same guy for players, day in, day out, whether you're winning or losing?
It's difficult to stay the same. Everything in you wants to be more harsh and grind, and we're not winning, so we need to do more. But that's where faith, my belief in God, I feel like I come from a good foundation, family-wise, and knowing that even though things aren't going our way, we're facing some adversity. Our guys, our team right now, they need consistency from me. And I'm called to be that type of leader. And I think our guys are taking to it. We want to enjoy what we do. And that's pretty much it. Can I still be consistent even though we're going through a rough patch?
Was there any coach that you had that had kind of that same mentality? I know Monty seems like that kind of guy right now. Anybody that you kind of pattern that after?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of the coaches that I played for, Perry Watson, my college coach, Monty is that way, Steve Kerr is that way, Doc Rivers. But really, my dad is that way, my uncles are that way, my mom is that way, my family. It's like you're going to go through difficulties in life. Every day we got up, we had breakfast on the table, we went to school, we went to church. We continue to stay together, and you get through it. And it's no different here, and that's the message.
Thank you.